We really consider ourselves just a small part of what has become a fantastic state to visit for all the craft beers that are being made and the tap rooms that exist and the entire beer scene in Iowa. We couldn't be prouder of that, and we thought it would be nice to hear from all the breweries in Iowa what we're all doing both individually and together to continue to make sure that our brewing community is viable, our brewing community is in touch with our fans, and to ensure that our fans are in touch and in support of what we're doing to make sure we can continue to do it for many years to come.
My favorite thing about being involved in craft beer is in a world where everything is going international and all of the big box stores are winning out and mom and pop stores are dying, one of the places where hyper-local is really thriving is in craft beer.
The Iowa community, the Iowa brew community specifically, has just been pushing each other to make quality over quantity. And I think that's where some of the markets get saturated or they get too much. But Iowa just seems to be really, really great right now with everyone pushing each other to make more quality things as opposed to just have more breweries. So I just really appreciate the people out there that are doing what they're doing. And their really, really top thing is always just like, let's put out good beer because that's going to be better for all of us.
You know, we're not looking to be the biggest brewery anywhere ever. You know, it's just we want to grow at our own pace and I guess serve our clients well, make sure that we're taking care of the people that have taken care of us.
I think the foundation of a lot of these small businesses is hard work and sacrifice and passion about what you do as opposed to trying to become rich making beers.
We've seen Peachtree really give a boost to the confidence of the community from the standpoint of showing that you can kind of have a plan and then put something forward, and even though it's something that maybe doesn't fit with the community, that it can show a different side and bring new people in and get people excited. So I think we've seen that. I think we've seen a great point of pride as far as it used to always be when people said they were from Knoxville, they'd say, oh, that's where the racetrack is. And now it's like maybe half the time they say that's where the racetrack is, and the other half the time people say, oh, isn't that where that brewery is? And so it's just, again, another point of pride for people to be excited about.
The culture of craft beer in Iowa has grown to a point that it's recognized all over the country now. What used to be just flyover country is now come and visit and have a beer country. So we're pretty proud to be brewing some great beer in Northeast Iowa with our fellow Northeast Iowa brewers, and to know that in all corners of the state, fantastic beer is being made.
People are going to their local brewery, they're buying their local beer, they're buying the freshest beer they can, and that is the coolest thing I think about the current craft beer movement. There's not a lot of industries like that, and it's really a treasure for the state of Iowa and the economy to have so many locally owned businesses opening. Every single brewery in Iowa is owned locally. It's owned by an Iowan, at least in some part, and all of the money that goes to those breweries stays in the state of Iowa.
The state allows us as a native brewery to have one retail license that we can use wherever we want. We chose to put it in our building and call it a tap room. We are allowed the privilege to distribute beer, so we distribute for 9 other entities right now. Most of those are Iowa breweries that are small and independent and just looking for a good partner to distribute their beer.
Instead of importing all of the beer from St. Louis or Milwaukee or wherever it comes from, being able to manufacture those products here means that I have brewers here that are employed in the state of Iowa that weren't employed before. If I'm self-distributing, it means that I have people that are driving trucks that maybe aren't as efficient as the big distributors, but it's given somebody a job that wouldn't have one already based on the fact that I am less efficient as a manufacturer than the big guys are. And so in so much as you can create jobs out of nothing, we're creating jobs in Iowa based purely on the fact that we're making products here. And that's something that's new to the state and something I'm very proud of.
And I think that's the one thing that people don't always realize is that these breweries help grow communities. It's not just about making beer, but they're actually growing the economic base of the communities that they're located in. Whether they're large or small, they're still helping attract people into their community.
Beer is a drink for everybody. You know, how can we be a welcoming and friendly environment to people from all different genders and backgrounds and those sorts of things? So there's still a lot of work to do, but I think, you know, we make a strong case as small business owners, as, you know, people who are engaged in our communities, who provide jobs, and, you know, so far things have been pretty supportive, but there's still a lot of work to be done.